like to watch my fuck-ups, huh? Good, there's more where it comes from. This little thingy here is what I'm working on now and what I have dreamt of doing since I was a little child. That's what I would say if I had a PC as a child and knew what a video game was. Yep, I am that old. Not all of us had a PC back then. But obviously, the moment I actually started playing games, I knew this was the way to go for me. I didn't realize someone had to actually make those games for me to play them. Not to mention that this someone could be me. Okay, so have I ever wanted to make games? Well, yeah, but it was after I landed my job as QA in GameDev Studio. Yes, you heard me right. I got a job in actual GameDev Studio with literally zero, nada, null GameDev experience. It wasn't my first attempt to get there though, but I did it. Anyway, it was 2020 and I was mostly making Excel reports and scripting some tools in Python and JavaScript for data analysis. Yes, game dev companies do reports too. Thank you, corporate rat past! Since I was in a game dev headspace, I finally grew some balls and decided that I can be a developer as well. After a little bit of research, I knew I could not use Unity. First of all, it crashed as hell on my ancient Mac. Second of all, I'm not really into 2D games, and at that time I considered Unity mostly 2D, but the real reason was the third one. I would have to learn C#. If my life has taught me anything, is that I don't have a programmer blood. So, Unreal won, since it has blueprints. As I am great at making plans just to drop them, I had to find a way to motivate myself into learning Unreal. And here it was. Game of Jam 2020, with a monthly deadline. The perfect whip to hold over my head. And it was born! Mass Extinction, my first ever game that I did in 2D, even though I don't like 2D and it was actually 3D. Fuck logic. The game was buggy and overall unplayable, but it is available on itch.io. But what I learned is mine. After that great success, I had a burst of motivation and started the next project. But the game jam was over, and so was my motivation. I still managed to post my first video on this channel though. You guys, I really can't believe it's been 2 years already. During next 11 months, I wasn't even in the same room as Unreal or YouTube. I was working my ass off as a QA, and if I was even doing anything of value after work, it was doing pointless drawing projects or learning Houdini. And then the next best whip appeared, an engineering degree thesis, as I was a student back then. Since I had a deadline to hand in my thesis, I also had a deadline to deliver my next game, Animal Race. As a skilled Unreal developer, I must proudly say that what others would do in a month, I did in a year. Longer means better, right? Yeah, I might not be the greatest role model. Give me a break. This project taught me so much, and even though it was definitely not perfect, it had some valuable parts. Okay, I'm just saying that in case anybody who knows me sees this video. This game was terrible from start to finish. Here it is, I said it, you happy? But I learned how to blend animations, build levels, create behavioral trees, and create multiple characters with unique skills, and I even created 3D pathfinding. Not that any of these matters, as no one will ever play this game, so I can say anything, really. The lesson I took from this experience was very important. I shall not create mechanics-first games. I may like them, but oh my god, how bad it feels to play what I create. So this brings us to my current project. Yes, I am more of a long-term relationship kinda gal, so I didn't do millions of small projects in 2 years. Give me a break, I spent like 5 hours a week in Unreal, and this isn't good weeks. Before I started this last project, I spent whole March learning Blender. Oh, how happy I am, this month is over. Not that it was needed in my project anyway at that stage, but it came in handy later on. If my potato PC had problems with Animal Race, it was just dying with this one. Pardon video quality, but it is how it is if you develop on the equivalent of a toaster. Seriously, people get better performance playing Doom on calculator. But now I am building this monster and it has everything. Boring characters, an engaging story, potato mechanics, unfriendly UI, linear questline. It's not actually that bad, but I prefer to positively surprise over disappoint you in the future. The game is story-based detective game, so I had to create a full story system with quests and dialogues. It's also open world, which is a great choice for a person with no level design skills. But there is another important lesson that I took from this project. I shall not create story-first games neither. Come to think of it, I don't think I should be making games. But I will, because dreams are my fuel. And that's it for my Unreal 4 journey. So what changed in my life? Well, I don't have a game studio, nor am I skilled enough to call myself a solo game developer yet. I still can't program in C++, nor can I really create good animations or models. Truly, I don't think I'm good at anything. I'm not sure where I go with this. But I am no longer QA, I am Houdini tech artist now. And you know, I could have just keep on making performance reports in Excel. It was a good job, but I wanted more and grew development skills outside of QA work. And yes, my story should prove to you that you can land a job in game dev even if you're just passionate about games and nothing more. I hope your journey inspires you to pursue your own passions and make your dreams a reality. I hope you liked my little not-so-glamorous story, and I really hope to see you next time. You know the drill, don't like, don't subscribe, and I see you when I see you. Pa-pa! You still here? What have you expected to see? Well, since I have your attention, you may help me choose logo for my rebranded channel. You might know, but you probably don't, that I was that girl doing stuff for the past 2 years. But now I want to have my social accounts consistent and switch the name to Mudstone Games. But last night, the idea for this logo came to my mind. Which one do you think is better? Leave your comments and help me choose. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa! For real this time!